What up, everybody? Welcome to MDI TV. As we're gonna do some racing tonight in the Pro 2 lights, just the trim Pro 2 lights for AMX. Gonna be a good one here tonight, as they're not doing the traditional rolling start like we've been used to seeing them the last 2 weeks. We're gonna get a land rush land rush start, which if you guys aren't familiar with that, you're gonna be in for a treat. As we got Anthony out on the track making his qualifying laps. As you can see, his truck is still for sale. We got, let's see, how many laps do we have in this one? We have 11 laps. There will be a break on lap 5 that'll allow anybody who's gone a lap down to get one lap back. By the way, Eric, we're doing the oval tomorrow night at 11:15 if you want to run. So we're going to have us a good one here tonight, guys. Should be interesting. Not exactly 100% sure how they do the grid with qualifying on these things, but I guess we're all going to learn here tonight together. As we have a new addition to our family here, I got a little kitten because my daughter begged me for one, and you know, dads are suckers to their daughters. Over here playing with my freaking charger to my headset. Gonna drive me nuts. But at least we got her using the litter box. That's a plus. Because everybody's out here doing laps. Nobody's completed one yet. So tonight, somebody told me, we got a little side bet going on over here between Anthony and Taylor. If Taylor beats Anthony, Anthony has agreed to sell his truck and the sponsorship for that truck to Taylor, and put just a trim lawn service on his truck for the remainder of the season. So we're gonna keep an eye on that, see what happens as this Gravedigger number 70 truck is making his laps at Oliver. Also, our bridesmaid, Mr. Green, he's not going to make it here tonight, as we know it's going to be it's Memorial Weekend. A lot of people have other plans, other things going on. They tend to miss some of these races right around this time of the year. So we're going to unfortunately not see him out here tonight running. Can't wait to see him next week. I want to see if he can get that W. I mean, he's got a couple second place finishes. I mean, he's fast. I want to see him get that W here tonight. But the good thing is we should see some new drivers running up towards the front tonight, because of the fact that some of the heavy hitters are gone here tonight. So far, Anthony jumps up to the 3rd spot in that 217. Oliver in the 4th right now. Got the Canadian, the Cameron, in that 1st spot in that number 48 truck. But like I said, we're gonna do a land rush start. I don't know how much of a difference that's gonna make here tonight. Oh, he reset. Cameron reset, because he's gonna go ahead and do this lap. I think they're gonna take one lap, reset, go. Here goes Taylor, part of that bet, and that Just a Trim Launch Service, our series sponsor. If you look up at the top right-hand corner of your screen, we have the sponsors for this series. Make sure you guys go out and support them, as they have a lot to do with why we are able to do what we're doing, bringing these races. Definitely important to support these guys. For some reason, I didn't have the slideshow on. We're going to go ahead and fix that right there. There we go. Now we got the slideshow. There's our sponsors. Make sure you guys check them out, support them, as they're the series sponsors here tonight, up in that top right-hand corner. What a jump there. That's fun. You know, I would probably, I mean, it's fun in the sim, but these would be absolutely awesome to do in real life. As I've never seen a Pro 2 Light Mustang, as I just noticed that Taylor has that Mustang symbol up in the front grill of that thing. Oh man, it's gonna be a wild one here tonight, as I'm gonna learn a whole lot some more. You guys there in the chat that might know a little bit more than me about these kind of racings, feel free to chime in. Give me a few pointers. Yell at me if I say something wrong, because I'm definitely gonna make my share of mistakes. As Tyler up to second on the board with a time of, make sure we got best times. Time of 1:23 and 19 seconds. So there's about a half a second difference between our first place, our pole sitter, and the second place of Tyler. So can these guys pick up the speed? And how is this going to affect it? You know, yeah, they are. And they're different. The lights aren't too bad, but the bigger ones are definitely a little bit harder. But man, these guys have fun. These things are resilient. As I'm choking on my Dr. Pepper. But there's a reason why these are late night. They might be a little rough on each other. Might be a little too brutal for some of these kids to watch earlier on in the day. What's up, Uncle Kenny? How are you? I think that Anthony might be done. Let's see if he's going to pull back out on the track. Or not. Well, I think that Anthony might be done with tonight's qualifying. Let's go ahead and pull in Anthony. Anthony James in the booth. Got a copy?
Yo, what's up?
What's up, brother? How are you doing tonight?
Nick warned me you were going to do this.
He wasn't supposed to. So I see in the Discord that tomorrow's your birthday.
Yes, sir.
So how old are you going to be?
28.
28. I just wanted to know because I wanted to know how many times you were going to get hit in the rear end of that truck there tonight, and how much you're going to decrease that value when you go to sell it to Taylor at the end of the night. Because I heard about the little side bet you guys got going on. You think you can win this thing tonight?
Well, I'm shooting for a top 3.
Well, with the lap times that Tyler's putting down, you're definitely going to have to get at least a top 3 to keep up with him. I mean, that land rush start, that's going to be a little crazy for all of you.
Oh yeah, Taylor, he's pretty consistent here, and all the practice races we've been doing, me, him, and Nick have been battling it out, beating each other up. So tonight's gonna be fun.
Well, when I go and I look at the times, you got Cameron, who's in a whole world of his own, and then you got Tyler, Nick, Oliver, and you, all right there in the same range. So it should be a great battle tonight. I'm looking forward to watching it.
Oh yeah, it's going to be a good battle for second place.
Well, maybe you guys will get lucky and get a little jump. I mean, anything can happen on one of these starts.
Yeah, I think the only way we're going to have any sort of chance against Cameron is on the land rush start. That's the only way we're going to do it.
Well, I mean, you guys do have Lance on Flip Patrol, right?
Yeah, he didn't do the street stock, so we're good.
All right, well, go out there, have a good run tonight. Happy birthday, and try and get you at least a solid top 3 for your birthday tonight.
Thank you.
No problem. Anthony out there, he's going to try and get him a good top 3 for his birthday. Let's see. You should do an old NASCAR Legends. You know, I got to find out who has it in the Discord. I got to make sure I can fill up the race. And yeah, Uncle Kenny, I know. Man, that's been brutal on you. That has been brutal on you. Having to fight that internet on your cell phone. Although it probably is somewhat convenient being able to walk around with it. So let's go ahead with tonight's starting grid. Got Cameron in that number 1 spot in the 48 out of Canada, getting the pole with a time of 1 minute 22 seconds, and or 1 minute 22 seconds. He's got a big difference in the pole, about a half a second to Taylor in second, Nick in third, Oliver in fourth, Anthony in fifth, Bryce in sixth, Nathan in seventh, Zach in eighth, Cody in ninth, and Lance in that 10th position. Going on flip duty. He's going to be working safety truck, I guess, out in the back. No, Lance is fun. I like Lance. And he was excited that we got the YouTube side. So, I mean, that's kind of cool. As I got to find a view. Let's go blimp. I want to see these guys go. So these guys are going to get a start from this position. All lined up like this. Let's see. Do we have a better view? What's the chopper look like? Oh, this is going to be good. Let's take the chopper view. Yeah, we're definitely going with that chopper view here. On the start, get ready to watch these guys go as they're gonna go on the birthday boy. And that he's still got it for sale. He's so desperate to sell that thing. He's got the side bet with Taylor tonight. Let's see how this one ends, as we have 9 cars on the grid, 10 of them here tonight. So we're still waiting on one to grid. Nope, we got them all out here. Oh, there he is. There he is. About to get some green flag racing here tonight, guys. Oh, we got one jumping. Got one jumping. Green flag is out. As these guys get a big jump, as they're going to funnel in down here, work their way in the track. Watch that 48 on the inside lane there as he gets a nice jump into turn 1. Definitely helped having that shot as these guys are beating and banging off each other. That's another reason why. Oh, we got one flipping. 2 flipping. Oh, man, they're flipping in the back. These guys are got to get it going. Looks like we had Nathan and Zach on their roofs. It's another reason why this is on late night internet. These guys will be beating off each other all night long as we're coming around. I think this is true number 1. I think that was the start finish line, but I don't have a clue, guys. You guys know better than me. Oh, maybe not. One of these they got a lot of those little sections there. I'm not really sure which one is what. We're going to take a lap and figure out where the start finish line is on here at some point. Man, these guys are shooting up through, and Taylor isn't letting Cameron drive away as Lance has an issue down in the back. He's just kind of figuring it out as he's moved up to the 6th position. Good start for him. Taylor in 2nd, Oliver in 4th, and our birthday boy and Anthony, going to be 28 years old this year, or tomorrow, in that 4th spot. These guys are all close together, so we should at least have a 3-way battle. And who knows, after the halfway point, when these guys take a break, somebody might figure something out. But I'll tell you what, Taylor's not letting Cameron go. He wants to get that number 217 truck of Anthony. He's going to work hard on that leader, and he sees an opportunity here to gain some points on these other guys. As I don't think Cameron was here at the first race, as we got issues further back in the pack. Oh, these guys have straightened it out. Looks like everybody's good. All right, so we're going to go back up to the race in the front. Cameron's really got that thing working, but oh no! What happened to our 217? Did he get into something? Oh, he's gonna get it. Oh, that's not too bad. He's all right. Just a little bump. iRacing said he wrecked, but that wasn't anything. These guys are all right. They're gonna keep going. As these guys come down the hill, they're nose to tail, making that left-hand turn. And it looks like the 3rd and 4th place drivers are catching them. Let's go ahead and change this to gap. And these lap times aren't that far apart. As 89 is definitely working hard to stay with Cameron. Cameron's got to be wondering what he's got going on. He's not used to these guys being right here on his tail. I wonder if he thinks if he's wondering if he's doing something wrong, or these guys just got a whole lot better all of a sudden. Because he definitely should have him gapped. He's still almost a half a second lead, so he's still got him gapped there. A little more than a half a second. As they come at us there, that was a cool view. These guys are eating on this track. But we're definitely going to have a battle. Oh! What happened? I think iRacing just went nuts there. Or at least my timing did. Because we're going to go back to this battle for third, because I think this one's going to heat up real quick here as Anthony is really working on the back bumper of this number 70. I haven't seen him get bumped yet here, so I think he's got about 28 bumps coming here tonight. Oh, as he gets real sideways through there. That loses a little bit of ground, but he's going to gather it back in and put that pedal back down. That rust-free number 217 working his way, trying to get to that third position. Is, man, could you imagine how your teeth feel after one of these races in real life? These guys are really hitting that ground hard. So for your guys' information, this is an open setup. So these guys will set these things up so that they kind of land on the back, because you don't want them to nosedive. So these guys have their own setups in here. As man, Anthony's trying to eat there as he gains on that number 70, Oliver. The Gravedigger, he says, I want this podium finish. But Anthony is not letting him go. You'd think he had a... Yeah, right? I know. I mean, you'd have to, man. These things hit hard. I mean, I'm watching these impact. Oh, Anthony makes the move in the hairpin. He gets around them. Can he get the draw off the turn to keep it as they're side by side? We're jumping on board with Anthony as we watch the lead cars there. Anthony doesn't have the inside, so the 70 of Oliver's able to take that spot back. But they're going to sweep up through this section here. He's going to have position into the next turn. He's got it. The 70's going to cross him over as somehow we get into his truck. And these guys are racing hard. Oliver's going to sweep back around him. Can Anthony cross him? No, they connect noses. That pushes Anthony back. Wasn't able to do the crossover there, as I'm sure he was trying to do. 8 laps to go. Remember, 6 laps to go. We're going to have a caution. These guys are going to get a little break, get lined back up, and do it again. Have they learned anything to be able to take out there? Go ahead and see what's going on further back in the pack. Got Cody with a K back here. Where is Cody with a C? Zach working that wheel. As you can see how hard these guys have to work the wheel from that view. Really working that thing hard. Lance in that 7th position, still having a good run here tonight. Bryce waiting for that caution so he can get caught back up. And then we got Nick and Nathan, both of which got caught up in that and flips at the beginning. As we get back to Cameron, Cameron's now pulled away to a 1 second lead, but really he's only gained about 2 or 3 tenths since lap 1. So I mean, he's not really pulling Taylor. I'm sure he's got to be worried about that after the caution period, because he's got to wonder if Taylor figured something out. Yeah, definitely. I mean, these things are crazy, Maniac. So what are you up to tonight, Maniac? Anthony's going to try and jump up underneath. They both have to regain control of those trucks as They definitely nosed it in a little too much there. Oh, we got that competition caution. These guys are going to line them back up. Let's see, who can I pull in here? Oh, we got to go ahead and pull in Taylor. Let's pull in Taylor. I figured. Oh, let's see. Tyler James in the booth. You got a copy?
Do.
What's up, buddy? Having a good run in that just a trim lawn service truck. I mean, I was surprised. I mean, Cameron gained a little bit at the beginning, but somehow he really didn't gain a whole lot that last 3 or 4 laps of that run. He gained most of it on the first lap. Did you figure something out?
Yeah, I've just been kind of watching for his little bobbles and try to take advantage of the situation and, holding it steady, keeping consistent.
Yeah, I kind of got a feeling he's so good. It's one of those things where you just got to be perfect and hope he makes a mistake.
Yeah, it's almost a situation like that. I hope I got a lot to give to him in this second half here.
Well, what I noticed is that first half, I mean, he was a half a second faster in qualifying. That first lap, he gained about 7/10 of a second on you, maybe almost 8/10 of a second, and then he only pulled out maybe a tenth or two after that. So I mean, he definitely figured out something a little bit later in there. So looks like you guys are going to get going again here soon.
Yep.
Well, go see if you can go eat and get that victory tonight.
Oh.
Green flag is back out as our second place driver in that 89 is trying to stay with the leader. Oh, we got Oliver up into the wall. Is that going to allow Anthony to get the spot? He might be able to get up under him, as Anthony's been good in these 90 and these 180 degree turns here, these hairpin turns tonight. Cameron's trying to pull out to a big lead. Oh, 70 almost gets really sideways, but these guys are staying pretty close together. Yeah, these things are a blast. I mean, we have a lot of fun when we do these on the oval. As it looks like Oliver might have figured something out, as he's not letting Taylor get away. So we got a little bit of a battle. Anthony's got to get this thing reeled in if he doesn't want to have to really sell that truck. Or hope Oliver takes out Taylor. One of the others. We got 5 laps to go. So Cameron really isn't pulling away anymore. He's got about a 7/10 of a second lead on second place. But it almost looks like the second place truck of Taylor is gaining on our Gravedigger truck slams the ground there. Does almost look like that second place driver, Taylor, definitely has it figured out, and he might be gaining on Cameron here. He's definitely not letting him get away. After I say that, Cameron's able to gain a little bit of ground, but I'll tell you what, that may have something to do with looking at that number 70 Gravedigger truck in his mirror, because man, he was putting the heat on there for a second. Now things have evened out a little bit. Second place has got about a second lead on that third place truck. That's got to make him feel a little better, as he's able to dig in now and just concentrate on the leader, having that little bit extra cushion. We're going to go back to this third place battle, as this has been the battle on the track tonight. Let's see what we got going on further back in the pack real quick. Make sure everybody's staying out of trouble. We have a little bit of a battle here for 7th place, as Zach is on the heels of Bryce. Oh, it looks like Bryce is pulling away from him as we move further up. Got another battle for 5th, as these guys are right on top of each other. We have to keep an eye on these battles. as we watch the biggest battle right now. Well, maybe it's not such a big battle anymore. There's only about a half a second. That's one screw up in one of these turns, and you're back in this thing. Really doesn't take a lot. I mean, you know, when we do oval track racing and stuff, and it takes a lot to get a second back. But here it just takes one bad turn, and you can gain all that time back real quick. As Oliver is working that gravedigger number 70. Trying to catch that second place driver. Anthony trying to get back up on those heels. Put a little pressure on him again. He wants to get that podium finish. Can he get it? As Cody is trying to protect that fifth spot. Nick really on his heels. These guys are really working it here. Nick is on his bumper as he's almost pushing him down the hill here and into the next turn. He is on his bumper. No, he dives it in on the hairpin, pulls the slide job. Oh, he isn't quite able to pull off the slide job as Cody pulls back out in front of him. 3 laps to go, guys. As Cameron's definitely pulling away from our second place driver. And it looks like third might be pulling Anthony a little bit. So this might be the best battle on the track right now as these guys are really battling hard for the 5th position. Can Nick get back up on the heels of Cody as he is almost into his left quarter panel there going through that turn. Good thing is these guys aren't too far back, so I'm able to keep an eye on it slightly. As the 145 is up under them, they slip up, get into each other, get the wall. Somehow they keep it straight as they cross the start-finish line with 2 laps to go. Hey, I found the start-finish line finally. It says start-finish. Who would have thunk? As the 145 slides up underneath the 4K. As they're side by side, door to door, down this little straightaway, down the hill, bashing off each other's door, and Nick gets the spot and slides in front of Cody. Cody's going to try and stay on his heels. Can he make a move back around? As it looks like the 145 and Nick is starting to pull Cody. Let's go back up to this 3rd place battle as it looks like Anthony is maybe pulled it in a little bit on this number 70 truck of Oliver. Anthony's working that 217. He really wants to get up to 2nd. Man, it's going to be tough to do. It looks like he's going to be putting just a trim lawn service on that truck. Anthony working that out inside. Can he get that podium finish for his birthday? That's the big question here tonight. Man, these are so cool to watch. As Oliver's digging in that gravedigger. We got 1 lap to go. Can he do anything with him? As Cameron's got a clear lead of about 1.5 seconds. We're going to really watch this battle right here. This is where the battle's at. This is about 1.5 seconds from 1st to 2nd. And from 2nd to 3rd, we got about 2 seconds. So this is where the battle's at right now. This is the closest battle on the track. Anthony throws it in there and doesn't seem to gain a lot of ground. Loses a lot of momentum coming out the turn. Watching that gravedigger truck as he hugs the wall through there. Can he catch him as he's running out of time? It looks like, ooh, Oliver hits hard. Is that going to affect him? No, he's able to maintain that 3rd position. Guys are running out of time. We've really got to dive it in there as our leader's coming across the start-finish line. As he goes around the turn, I think this is the last turn right here. Coming across the start-finish line. Our winner, Cameron. 2nd, Taylor. 3rd, Oliver. Anthony 4th. Nick's going to bring it home 5th. Cody in 6th, Bryce in 7th, Zach in 8th, Nathan, he's somewhere back here, Right there, he's going to come across the ninth. And Lance bringing up the rear. Going to take it home in that 10th and final position here tonight. Yeah, Katie, if you're in there, why don't you say hi? I see how it is. Are you stalking me? Good finish here tonight for these guys. Our race winner, Cameron, here. Exactly. I see the eyes. Oh, I can't see them. I'm multi-streaming. So it doesn't show me when you guys send stars anymore. It sucks. It really sucks, guys. And I already got so many windows up, I don't have that up. Oh, thank you for the 100 stars, Katie. I appreciate it. Alrighty, let's go ahead and bring in... Let's go ahead and bring in our third place driver, Oliver. Where are you at? There you are. Let me unmute you so when I bring you in. Let's see, in our race winner, where are you? Oh, I see him. All right, so let's see. Yeah, there you go, Taylor. I was just about to move you too. Oliver James in the booth, you got a copy? Gotta unmute yourself. He moved himself. Oliver James in the booth, you got a copy? Gotta unmute yourself. Fight, fight, fight. Well, I can't see it. I'm sorry. Oliver, you got a copy? Oh, I guess Oliver doesn't want to talk to me. Now I'm going to feel a type of way. I'm going to have a complex over that. Let's go ahead and pull in our second place driver. Taylor James in the booth. Get a copy?
I do.
Man, you still ended up with that second place finish. It definitely looks like Cameron found a different gear on that last run there. Man, is there anything you could have done, or did that pressure from Oliver at the beginning of that run actually affect how you ran with Cameron?
The start of that second half with Oliver sitting there behind me did put a little pressure on, but once we kind of gapped out a little bit, I just kept following Cam, and it was a scene of monkey see, monkey do.
Well, that was a lot of fun. That was a lot of fun to watch. Definitely, and there's some big hits, and I haven't really run these a whole lot. So when you're going through some of these little, I'll call them jumps, I guess they're just kind of more obstacle bumps in the track. Can you feel that? Does it affect your visibility and your steering?
It definitely affects the steering, especially if you land one of the jumps wrong in these pro lights. Even in the pro choose, if you go off a jump and land it with the steering wheel a little turned, it can really throw you off.
Yeah, it was pretty wild to watch. I've seen a couple of people take some big hits when they hit a little bit different. It was definitely a lot of fun. Anybody you want to thank tonight?
Yeah, I'd like to thank you for broadcasting it. BGM for coming on with the sponsor, Nick Jabowski. I think that's how you say it. Designs, and the girlfriend for watching and letting me do this.
For sure. Well, have a good night, and I'll see you next week.
All right.
Our second place driver, that was Taylor. Let's try to go ahead and pull in third place again. Oliver James in the booth. You got a copy? You good enough to talk to me this time?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Man, that was a heck of a run for a minute there. It looked like you had something for Anthony, and then you fell back a little bit, and then or not Anthony for Taylor, and then you fell back a little bit, and then it looked like you were gaining again. Do you think you had anything for him?
Taylor, I was on a stock setup. Taylor, again, there's Cameron who always dominates in these races, and Taylor's been putting in the hours and he's been putting in a lot of practice. So congrats to him. My main battle really was with Anthony. We just did the dirt street stock race and he took away my win streak. So I felt like I just had the battle with him and be able to get my first podium this season in the Pro 2 Lights. So it was a good race.
Yeah, that was a pretty awesome race between you two. There was a lot of back and forth, and definitely running hard. And man, that was pretty awesome. And then you guys seemed to stay on Taylor a little bit there. I thought we were going to have a nice battle for second, and then it kind of evened out a little bit. Of course, Anthony reeled you in some. I thought he had a little bit of heat on you. I'm sure that affected you more than anything with your battle of trying to get the second.
Yeah, I wanted to get the second, but I just knew if I go for something too risky, Anthony will have an opportunity. And, those trucks, as clean as we look, going lap after lap after lap, being consistent, the Pro 2 Lights are very loose. So if something goes wrong, they can easily spin out. You can get over-rotated and have to correct. And they're not like Pro 4s where they're fast enough to get right back up to speed. They're very much a momentum-based car. So if you lose all your momentum, you're going to lose at least one or two positions. So mainly just focusing on being conservative.
Yeah, I have run them on ovals. We have a little bit of fun on Friday nights with these. And yeah, they do definitely drive. They're more of a momentum type of vehicle. I get that. Well, anybody you want to thank tonight?
I'd like to thank Fox Shocks, Can-Am, Raceline, UTV, Assault UTV, Seal Savers, Rugged Radios, Cognito Motorsports, PRP, S3 Motorsports, Cooper Tire, Cybersun Unlimited, 808 Diesel, Parker Pumper, Anthony and Nick and all the people that run this event, CBR Performance. And that's about it.
Now, do you have to write all this down to say it? Because I might have to put you on a
I got my Instagram
on
pulled
a
up right now.
sponsor limit. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, I got my Instagram pulled up right now. I'm just looking at the bottom of my caption.
I was going to say that's a lot of people to thank, but man, that's awesome, and glad you were out here today. And I'll catch you next week.
Yep, we'll be back at it.
All right, buddy. Thank you. Our second place driver, or third place driver there. Let's go ahead and pull in the winner. Cam James in the booth. You got a copy? Cam, you got a copy? I guess our race winner doesn't want to talk to me as he's still parked out there on the track. Cam, you got a copy? Maybe you had to take a restroom break. I don't know. Oh, there he is. I seen you light up. Hold on, let me see if it's the volume on my end. All right, try again. Yeah, I definitely don't have any sound from you. I can see you light up, but I can't hear you. Hold on, as our race winner's having some mic difficulties.
Definitely. All right, how about now?
Oh, wow. Yeah, that was loud all of a sudden. Hold on, let me turn you down now. You don't have to yell at me, man. Man, what a win here tonight. As you definitely dominated. You definitely dominated a little bit there. But you had to be nervous a couple times. You weren't pulling away, I'm sure, as you expected to from Taylor.
I think Taylor impressed me tonight. He did a good job. I definitely think it's easier to follow someone than it is to lead someone, for sure. Not just because of pressure or anything. It's just, I think Taylor said monkey see, monkey do. You can it's pretty easy to follow somebody's line at this track. And I wasn't really sure about my setup. It was just kind of, I took it over from my Pro 2 and put it in this, and I'm not sure if it transferred over very well, but I ended up on top of the podium, which is good enough for me. And yeah, just hit my marks. Be smooth, don't make mistakes. It's all about momentum in these cars. Just keep consistent, and yeah, everything should work out well. And it did tonight.
Yeah, that seemed like the biggest thing, because it seemed like maybe you made a few more mistakes in the first half of this race, and Taylor was able to pull in on you a couple points, but that second half you definitely took off and didn't look back. And you're gone.
Yeah, it took me a second to get into a bit of a groove. I know the biggest thing when driving these Pro 2s is when you land, the car can kind of jerk left or right on you pretty easily. And, well, that's just a setup issue for the most part. But like I said, transferring over doesn't always work very well from a different truck. But anyways, yeah, just try to put it all together. If I do make a mistake, try to, capitalize on it. If I can make some speed out of it in some way, just make the most out of every up and every down, and just put it all together.
Yeah, it's definitely I run a lot of big blocks and 358s, and we've talked about switching the setup over because they're identical cars other than the motor. But the motor weighs more, and one motor is more powerful than the other. It makes a big difference on the suspension. I'm sure they have a lot of the same things with these when you transfer setups over. So I'm sure that's a little bit of what you were fighting here tonight, as the suspension would definitely be different for more power and probably a heavier motor. Anybody else you want to thank tonight?
Absolutely, cast. So thanks for that. Guys on the Jim Beaver Esports team, Fistful of Bourbon, Winners Get Whiskey, General Tire, Polaris Razor, Vision Wheel, Rigid Industries, Dirtfish, GSP XTV Axles, Gibson Performance Exhaust, Sant Racing Fabrication, Chris Leone's Motorsport Drop, and everyone watching, and to the guys that put the league on, AMX Racing.
All right. Well, it was good having you, and hopefully we see you out here again next week, and I guess we're going to have a few more drivers.
Perfect. Sounds good.
All right, brother. Have a good night, and enjoy the win.
Thank you.
Our race winner, Cam. Man, what a night for him. I'm sure he's happy. But, as all good things happens, they have to come to an end, and tonight's going to come to an end. And, as it is always. Until next time, be safe and have a good night.